their makers gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps and snips, we're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips, from fresh ideas to color so bold. New techniques and stories told. Every card a little piece of art. Let's dive in, let's make a start. New in the studio, Lisa's here. Spark your style, bring some cheer. Stamp it, snip it, let it flow. Watch your creativity grow.
Hi friends, welcome to New in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmid and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm excited to show you a new product tonight that I think will help with all of our stamping needs. So we're just going to jump right in. It is called a Stampin' Positioner. So let us know that you're here in the chat. It's always fun to see who's here. And hi, Tina. Tina, you are just like old faithful. I love it. Okay, so Stampin' Positioner is a new Stampin' Up! Tool, and I want to show you some things about it. Set that aside. Our Stampin' Positioner, let's start with the base first. And
well, what's the Stampin' Positioner for?
It's to position stamps. Sorry guys, I got a big eye roll. So when stamps are hard, like let's say if you're doing a two-step stamp and they're hard to line up, that would be a good thing. And then I'll show you a second way that it's a way to use it.
Also, if you're doing multiple of the same thing,
yes,
it makes it very easy to get them all in the same
yes,
spot.
Thank you. So these little things are springy. These are like they're little springs. There's little holes here. So, and it comes with 2 magnets. And one of my favorite features is it has this little tab, so it's easy to pick up. That side down. And if they stick together, they're not going to break. Okay?
Like our old ones.
Yeah. They're also probably not as good for picking up things out of the trash, like dies that you've dropped in. All right. Up here, there is a ruler. Personally, that is really hard for me to see, which isn't really saying a lot because I really can't see that well. But if you get the pack of paper that coordinates with it, these grid paper, yeah, these fit right on these little dots like that. So that's super handy. And then let's just make sure that's all clean. This has 2 holes right here, and these I'm gonna get rid of the grid paper for a moment so you can see 2 little holes here.
You slide over just a little bit so we can see.
And those holes fit right on. Let me turn it this way. Those holes fit right there. And that's the part that the whole thing goes down. Okay, but that's the part that's going to hold it still. But the whole thing, which I like better than the other one we had. When I pushed it down, I was always afraid that the edge, because it was lifting it up, that it wouldn't stamp it as well as I feel like this does stamp really well. All right, and then, so we've got that piece. We also have, I'm just going to pop those on there. We also have this little piece, and I'm going to show you how to use both of them. This little piece fits in. Can you see where my fingers are? There's 2, how's the best way to see it? There's 2 little holes right there. And those holes actually fit on these big holes. So I could do like that, spring, and so then these you can move over like that.
So those clear pieces are what you're going to mount the stamps to.
Yes, exactly. So let's go ahead and do that. I do like using the grid paper because it gives me something to actually line up on also, which I don't know, kind of need all the help I can get with that. And we are going to use, the stamps that we're going to use is called the Fragrant Layers. These 2, they're kind of hard for me to line up. And I have stamped cards with them, and like this one. So I stamped this and without using it. And I mean, it's fine, but it's not perfect. And it can be perfect. So these I try to just eyeball, and I find it very difficult because you've got a lot of things that are lining up here. So I'm going to set that aside and I'll show you how to do it. I happen to have everything in here, the dies and the stamps and everything. What do you think of the new packaging? I love it. Yeah, one person said that too. She's like, I love it. I've been waiting for this forever. I'm like, that's great. I'm glad that it works for you. All right. I am going to take out this one, the big one, and the other big one. Actually, we'll start with, I'm going to just start with it doesn't really matter, either one. And we'll put that on, and then we'll position the second one. Boop. All right, get that out of the way. All right, so we want to, I'm going to turn it this way again. I am going to, oh, I didn't grab them. Oh, yeah, I did. No, I didn't.
What do you need?
I'll just use this. That's fine. I want to stamp on here. So actually, over with my card cafe, there are envelopes with these. Would you grab one of those? So, but I'm going to get it positioned where I want it to be. So I'm going to stick it. I'm going to put that right in the corner. And so then I can see I'm put this one in the corner, and then I know it's going to be straight. And I'll put those on. And this particular stamp does take up a whole lot of the design. So you might have to move those once you get them on. But we can get it. And sometimes what I like to do also, thanks, love, is just take a little pen or pencil or a marker and just put a little mark. Like if you're going to do multiple, I'm just going to put a little mark on that one because that's where that lines up. And on this one, because that's kind of where that lines up. And these are Tilly's, in case you're wondering why I have this little itty bitty green marker. All right. Dave just brought over some more paper because look, that one's so pretty. I don't want to just get rid of it. I want to show you how to make it. All right. So I'm
using the grid paper. The other thing you could do is use your Stampin' Blend and sort of create your little spot
here?
that you would put it. Yep.
I suppose. Then this would get, I guess you could turn it over. Yep. All right. When I use these, the bigger ones, I put up the longer ones. And I'm going to put that kind of where we, oops, wrong way. I wondered why it wasn't fitting.
Hi, Sandy.
Put this where I want it to be, get those magnets a little bit out of the way, make sure the whole thing is on. My paper is still where I want it to be. Yes, it is. So you just go like this, and then you take your big piece, big plate, and remember the holes are on this side. So you just put the holes on like that, and I'm going to pick that up. And now that is ready to ink up. So let's go ahead and ink that with our Secret C. That's just a really pretty color, really nice dark color, close to black, not quite black. So Secret C. All right. And of course, the great thing is if you don't stamp it perfectly or all the way the first time, I should say perfectly, but if you don't get it all stamped the first time, that's okay. You can go back and stamp it again. So if you wanted it darker, whatever, you could stamp it again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this piece off with my cloth because I don't want to get it all over my fingers. Now I could just use the other side, but I'm going to use this same side one more time, but I could use both sides. Either side works. And I'm going to grab the inside piece of these. And again, we'll place this one down. So, yep, we'll get that situated. Wrong way. Oh, that's why. Go ahead and get that sitting there. How are you guys doing on this Monday? At least in Minnesota, the weather's a little bit warmer, which I like. A little bit. Okay, so now that's positioned where I want that to be. Oops. I'm going to use the little holes here and pick that up. And pick that up. Oh, I don't want that paper to move. What's happening here? Usually comes right up. Okay, so my paper did move on that one, which good thing I marked it, right? So I'm going to take a look before I actually ink that up again. But that's
probably because the
there's
magnets
not, yes,
super far onto the paper.
I would agree, but I'm going to double check this one more time before I commit to.
You could also use a little piece of washi tape.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, I think that looks really good. Okay, I am going to.
Sorry, it focused on your head, so let's try to get it to. There we go.
All right.
Now it refocused.
I'm going to ink up this with Summer Splash. I love this color. I love summer. I love splash. Just kidding. All right, let's ink that up and close that up so you don't get it on everything. And Stampin' Up goes just like that. The holes go there. And Let's go ahead and ink that up. Again, if I don't like it, I can move it, but it's beautiful.
There
Like
we
I don't
go.
need to ink it again. All right. Now I could do the leaves, but the leaves I'm okay stamping. I can stamp the leaves and the center. So I'm just going to do those by hand, so to speak. Let's get our leaves on this. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to close up my secret C. And I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. Honey, you must be tired. I keep hearing you yawn,
I
yawn,
know,
yawn, yawn,
sorry.
yawn, yawn. You're okay. But I can tell you're tired.
I don't know
All
why.
right. It's all right.
It wasn't that busy of a day.
Oh, that's probably why. All right. So these I think I can just line up. I don't feel like I have to have, it's a smaller space. I can really eyeball all edges of that. So let's put the next one on. In this, one of them curves. Let's see which one. This one curves. Let me go up a little higher. This one curves. So that's this one right here that curves a little bit. So let's go ahead and stamp that on there. I'm gonna go up a little bit. See that little bit I missed? I'm just gonna raise this up and kind of get that edge. There we go. And then we'll get this last one. Move that off my paper. This last one this way, like that. And this one is gonna go right there. So we'll ink that up and stamp that one right there. All right, I'm using the back of my hand because I have so much ink. I just don't want to. I don't want to get my card all inky. I'm really trying. Okay, and we are going to use our secret C for the middle. And let me close up my little green there. We could use either. Let me just show you. We can use either. Here are the stamps. We could use the dot, or we could use that, or that. So I think I'm just going to use the dot. Oh, if you use that, though, we have a nice center to put something in. I don't know. You want to grab some rhinestones? Let's try that. I haven't used that one as much, so I'm going to see how would those fit. Oh, they're kind of big. That's okay. Let's give it a try. Let's live on the wild side, right? All right. Yeah, they're kind of big. That's okay. I say that's okay, but I'm like, well, they're kind of big. That's all right. Let's see what they're pretty. I like them. So let's go ahead and do those. Oh, I really like them. The more I stamp them, the more I like them. Great. And I think I'm just going to pop a rhinestone gem right inside the middle of them. And then we'll put the whole card together. Actually, I put the rhinestones on at the end. I don't like to put them on in the middle. I am going to use, but that's how you use our little Stampin' Positioner. I am going to use Secret C, that beautiful, beautiful dark color, dark blue. It's darker than navy. And then I was thinking, well, what could I put underneath it? And I decided I am just loving, loving, loving this die right now. It is called All in a Row. I have the paper to it here. It is called All in a Row. And that's okay. But you can see how isn't that fun? I just love the pattern. So I embossed or used this to emboss vellum. And I thought, well, that would look really pretty behind there. So I'm going to do the vellum. And when there's a pattern, I don't believe that you see the adhesive as much as if there's no pattern. So I am just going to walk on the wild side and do it on the patterns. It was kind of amazing that I'm like, oh, you don't really even notice it. I do see one little thing here I got to fix. This little, one of my edges. Oh, maybe not. I thought I saw something. Oh, well, maybe I did not. I'm going to stick this on here like that. Oh, there it is again.
I was going to say it's now on the top right.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on the bottom. That is what I saw. Oh, because it must have ripped just a little bit. That's okay. I'll put that on the bottom. And, oh, look at that. You see that? It's pretty delicate. There we go. All right. And then you can see it a little bit, but then when this goes on top, we're not going to notice it. We'll go ahead and get that on some dimensionals. I'm going to use the edge. You know, I was looking for the strips, but, you know, I use the strips all the time. So it's not surprising that there aren't any over here right now. And I say over here because there's an over there, and over there I have other things. There we go. All right, what do we have going on? Nice addition to the card. Yeah. Hey, Sandy. How are you, friend? I'm going to use my little take your pick and get that off. Boom, boom, boom. And get this last one off. Choom. Get that off? Nope, that's still on. There we are. All right. And I'm going to stick that on there. So pretty. So pretty. And then we're going to put those rhinestones in the middle. Love the rhinestones for any, like, just for everything. I mean, they're the go-to for, like, oh, what will go there? Well, these will always match. So let's go ahead and I'm kind of taking the bigger ones. Put that in the middle. Love it, love it. Biggest ones. There's 3 sizes in here. And put that one there. Ooh, that is so pretty. All right, let's put a little sentiment on it. And I'm going to put our sentiment in our secret C. And we're going to put a little bow on it. So I am just going to, I really just want to cut a little piece. I don't like cutting as far as, I'm going to use my paper cutter because I don't like trying to get things straight, you know. Doesn't work so well. Let's see what sentiment we want to use. How about, it's your day, just a note? Maybe just a note this time. Let's see what I did on the other one. So I have something different. I guess it doesn't really matter. I did just a note. How about, I don't know, hello. How about a hello? All right, let's go ahead and just do the hello. I'll grab this back in. And I'm going to stamp the hello in white. Now, when I use white, I really do like to, re-ink it before I use it anytime. So that's a really little hello. So let's go ahead and just cut a little piece here. Love this little paper cutter. It's just so handy. All right, so we're just going to use that. Put this guy away. And we're going to use our white. Now the white is a different kind of ink. It's a craft ink, which means it's a little bit moister. And it's not a dye. It's a, does it say on the front? It's not a dye. It's a pigment. Ink. Yeah, pigment ink. So I like to ink it every time that I'm going to use it. And I either use a plastic spoon to rub that in, or you can use this and just rub it in. Obviously, that's where I'm going to stamp my stamp. I don't need to ink the whole entire pad, but I always keep a white ink bottle handy because you're going to need it if you're going to use white. Stamp that on there. So cute. Look at how bright it is. I mean, that just makes it really, why is that blurry, love? Really bold. So let's move that out of the way. And I think I'm going to give one of these sides just a little edge like that. Just one side. And I'm going to stick it right there. So I'm just going to put a little bit, you know, I'm going to use the other glue just because this is still a little damp or a little bit wet.
I like it down low.
Yeah, me too. And then I'm going to throw on a bow. There we go, just like that. And I made these little bows with the bow maker because they're just easy. It was easy. And I'm just going to stick it up here at the top and give it a little bit of something, something up the top. So we'll grab a glue dot here and put it up there. Did you have something for us? Because then I want to show how to do the multiple layers like you were talking about, Dave.
Sure.
There we go. Cute, right? Isn't that cute? Cute, yeah. It's very cute.
It is.
All right.
So as you know, for everything you ever possibly could need, go to thestamperstudio.com. 2 things I want to draw your attention to tonight. Number 1, Super Stampin' Weekend is this weekend. Now, I know you're thinking, I missed the deadline. But you know what? We are offering a digital-only option, which that means you get to attend all the hours of our demonstrations. You will get all the instructions and the measurements and everything for the make and takes. The only thing you have to do is provide your own materials for those make and takes. So if you want to join us for Super Stampin' Weekend, come on in, scroll on down, click on register for that, and you'll be taken right in and you can do that. The other thing coming up is our next Card Cafe. Card Cafe is our in-person event that happens here in the Minnetonka studio. You get to come and create 10 beautiful cards. You choose 5 designs, make 2 of each, and it is a great time. So the next Card Cafe is coming up a week from
this weekend.
this Saturday. So
yes, a week
sorry,
from
all
this
of a sudden
Saturday.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yep.
No, 2 weeks. Sorry.
Okay.
That's why I was doing it. February
Thank you.
21st is the next Card Cafe.
Thanks, son.
See, my whole calendar was just getting a little bit off.
And you knew it, though.
Yep. All right. So February 21st is the next Card Cafe. You can also register for that when you go to the stamperstudio.com.
All right. Let me show you how to use the little piece. Here it is, the little one. This little one has, like I said, it has 2 little holes right here and here. This is the springy part, and that's nothing. So these holes fit right
Hi, Mary Jo.
in there. Hi, Mary Jo. So thanks, Sandy. I think the bow dresses it up too. But these fit right along here like that. Okay, so that I can put it on. I do like, again, I like the grid paper. This has a little tiny bit of play, so you want to make sure you're watching that line just a little bit. By the way, this, not exact color, but we are using this card at Card Cafe, so it's in purples. You get to make that. Okay, let's, all of a sudden I forgot what I'm doing. Oh yeah. It's like, hello, woohoo. It's Monday. What can I say? I just need to cut a piece of cardstock so I can show you. I'm just gonna go like that. Don't even know if that's the right size, but it's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to make a row of tulips, because I have a row of tulips from our, help me out, love. My brain is getting a little fuzzy.
Sunshine and Tulips.
Yes, Sunshine and Tulips. Thank you. Sunshine and Tulips. And Sunshine and Tulips is right here. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, that's all right. So what I want to do, let's say I want to put a line of tulips down the side. I'm really not very good at freehanding. I don't feel like it would come out very well. So I'm going to put these, I'm going to put my top green right there. It is helpful if you have one more magnet, but for this, I think it'll work fine too. Let's do it in, I'm going to pick a different color. Let's do it in Calypso Coral. So I just think that's a really pretty color. Or we could do it in Freesia. I'm going to go Calypso. Really pretty. So just stamp up those. Oh, I'm going to have to move my paper because based on where my let's move that over there. Based on where my little thing is. There we go. Line that up. That's why I like the grid paper, because I can see it. Move it over a little bit further, all the way to those dots. There we go. I'm going to put it right against the dots there. That will work just perfectly. And give it a little spring. And there's one. Did I put this on here? Yeah, I put the stamp on crooked. I got to start over. I'm so sorry. But my stamp is crooked on my block. On here, it's crooked. Do you see that? I know you can see that. Let's straighten that out. I'm going to actually make it straight by putting it on a line and picking a line here. Now I'm going to move my card, but that's okay. Pick a line to get that straight on. So a little bit up. There we go. All right, let's see where that falls on here. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and ink that up. Let's move this over. Ink that up there. I'm just going to start in the middle for no particular reason. And boing, there we go. There's one. And I'm going to go down and spring. You kind of have to make that noise, just saying. And I'm going to go up. Spring. See? Oh, it didn't quite get it. That's okay, because I can do it again. I can go back, and it's because that magnet was sitting right there. So let's just pull that up so it doesn't hit there, and I can push that down and get that, just like that. Okay, let's go up another one, like that. Move my magnet down. Oh dear, I moved my whole thing. Womp womp. Well, that's okay. Let's get this. Yeah, that's going to be, get that back lined up. Move my magnet. We're all good again. Where is this going to go? Right there. That works. Right there. Boing. Okay, and I'm going to do one down on the bottom here. Down here. I was thinking like a happy birthday down the side would also be a really pretty thing. Really pretty to do. Now, if you wanted these to be filled in, you have to move your paper because these sit right where we did those. So I'm going to move my paper and see if we can, I'm going to start at the bottom because that's, I can see that the best, and see if we can get that kind of in the middle. Now they're against the white edge, so that's helpful. I know I don't want to put my head in the middle again, but we'll see. You think we can do it? I believe in you. There we go. All right, let's get our magnets.
You can do it.
Right, let's get our magnets where we want them to be. And yes, it would be, I mean, sometimes it's a little bit helpful to have a little bit more magnetic pull. Okay, so I went a little low. That's okay. I'm going to do them all like that, though. So then it looks like it's a pattern. Yeah, I think that actually works. Got to move this one out of the way and do one here. Like that. See, there's never a mistake. It just becomes a different pattern, or you add more embellishments or whatever it is you need. But there we go. I like it. And I know I could not stamp it that straight by myself without using a Stampin' Positioner. So this is available now. It came available in February, and it is February, which is craziness. It is already February.
But how can I get that for free?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Dave. If you sign up to be a demonstrator under me, you can get this for free. It's $49. And so you just sign up, and this comes with your whole kit. Now, it comes with that thing sticking together here. It comes with the plate and this plate and this plate, but the paper you'd have to add on. But you could use that as one of your free item, or one of the items you get with your purchase. Not saying that right, but you could.
Your starter kit.
Yes, your starter kit. Thank you. You could get the paper with the starter kit. I think the paper is $10, $9, something like that. And you get a pretty good size pad that is specialized for this. And of course it's double-sided. Ooh, and that one has a little bit of a bigger grid. All right, so that is what I wanted to show you. Let me grab my card back in here. So I have this one. I'm telling you, this stamp set, there's always a stamp set that comes up that you're like, that's a winner for using something like that. There's a similar one. I really like that vellum background. I think that's really pretty. So that's what I have for you. I look forward to seeing many of you on Friday night, but then I also look forward to seeing the rest of you on Saturday morning at Saturday in the Studio. All right, friends, have a great week. I will see you at the end of your week. So happy stamping, friends.
Hey there, makers, gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps, and snips. We're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips. From fresh ideas to color so bold. New techniques and stories told. Every card a little piece of art. Let's dive in, let's make a start. New in the studio, Lisa's here. Spark your style, bring some cheer. Stamp it, snip it, let it flow. Watch your creativity grow.